Welcome guys, it's Colin from bashbackpain.com here. I want to wish you all a happy new year, happy 22. Hopefully it's a better year than the previous 2 years. So today, listen, I want to talk about my top 5 tips for dealing with a herniated bulging disc. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, okay? Very, very important tip right here. Avoiding flexion before noon. What is flexion? Flexion of the spine is simply this, okay? Researchers looked at the first 4 hours of the day, people with chronic back pain, lower back pain problems. They found that if they avoided flexion before noon, so first 4 hours of the day essentially, people significantly decreased their pain intensity and number of days in pain. I've got another video on that. It's in the, I have a little link at the link down below, and I've also wrote about it in my blog. There's a link down there to check it out. But tip number 1 is avoiding flexion where you can, especially in the first 4 hours of the day. It will bring you great benefits. Tip number 2 is walking. Yes, good old walking. Now, back at one time, people used to say, oh, lower back problems, herniated discs, bulging discs, don't do anything. Bed rest, okay? We've now discovered that that is not good advice. You want to be moving if you can, okay? Now, one of the simplest things you people can do is walking. Now, I know in the beginning stages you might be in a bit of pain. Even if you're only walking across the room and back, okay, 10, 20 steps, that's a start. You want to build upon that. Why is walking so good? Well, when we walk, we're in a vertical position, okay? We're not flexed forward. And they've discovered that the general rhythmic motion of walking, the movement of the pelvis and the spine, the discs, they're compressing, relaxing, compressing. This promotes nutrients to go into the discs. It also promotes inflammatory material to come out of the disc, out of that injured bulging disc, herniated disc area. So it is a very well recommended strategy for those dealing with herniated bulging discs. So just start gradually. A lot of us have got those little Fitbits or, you know, the walking calculators on your phone. Aim to build up your steps. If you're starting at the very base, a lot of pain, you may be walking just across the room and back, 40, 50, maybe 100 steps a day. You want to build that up, okay, up to 1,000, 2,000 progressively, okay? And when you walk, okay, head up tall, okay, arms by your side, swinging backwards and forwards naturally. You don't want to be walking around like this, okay? That's tip number 2 is walking, all right? Now, tip number 3 is when you rest. Now, when a lot of us rest, we just plunge down on the couch, okay? When we sit on the couch, we tend to be putting our bums way, way lower, okay, than our knees. This forces our lower back to curve, to flex, and this can irritate a bulging herniated disc. So, what am I saying? Don't sit. Well, that does help. But if you need to lay down, sit down, rest, whatever, you are best to lie down. Now, when you lie down, you want to elevate the legs slightly. Why is this? Okay, let me show you. So, when we're down here, if we lie completely flat on the ground, okay, there's a muscle runs to the top of your femur, the top of your thigh bones, into your lower back, called your iliopsoas. When we lie down flat like this, it pulls on the lower back, creates a bit of extension, which can exacerbate, cause problems with a herniated bulging disc. Therefore, to relax that muscle off, you want to elevate the legs. So you could be using a pillow, cushion, I've got a little medicine ball here. So when you're lying down at home, okay, just elevate those legs. That'll let the lower back sink into the floor and take the stress off that lower back. If you're at the office, okay, you want to try to sit in a higher chair. Even a standing office chair is very useful. If you need to lie down for a little while, lay on the floor, maybe get your backpack, put it on the ground, put your legs on top of it, just to take the pressure off, okay? So, tip number 3, when you rest, okay, try to lie down on the floor and elevate the legs. All right, let's move on. Tip number 4, decompression stretches. Now, spinal decompression, you may have heard of various machines that do this, exercises, inversion tables. Decompression is essentially where the vertebra, other vertebra in your spine separate. This helps for the disc to reabsorb if it's bulging, herniated, back into the space. Now, they've shown good results with various types of decompression. I actually wrote a blog article on it quite recently. You can check it out in the link, it's down there below. But if you don't want to spend money on decompression therapy, which is very, very expensive, can run into thousands of dollars, or inversion tables, you can try simple decompression stretches. Now, I've put a couple links below to my decompression videos on easy exercises you can do any time of the day, home, office, in the gym, wherever. All right, so tip number 4, do your decompression stretches. Now, tip number 5, very important point for all of us, sleep, okay? Sleep is the time the body rests, heals itself, we get recovered. Now, I know myself, when I had my really bad issues with herniated discs, back pain, sciatica pain, sleeping was a nightmare, absolute nightmare, yeah? And I had to delve in and find various positions that worked for me, okay? Now, I did write a blog article as well. You can check that out in the link. I've got that down for you guys. It's a more extensive article on sleeping. But here's a couple of tips, okay? Best position is to sleep on your back, if you can, okay? And again, like I mentioned before, with the resting, you probably want to elevate your feet, up your legs, beg your pardon, okay? This could be a pillow you're using here. Now, for some people, they're side sleepers, okay? If you do choose to go on the side, I recommend putting the pillow between your knees. Okay, this is a pretty big pillow. Here, like so, okay? This helps take the pressure, stops your femur and the hip here from rotating over, okay? Some people have stenosis, it's a narrowing of the canal. If you bring yourself up into the fetal position, this takes the stress off any stenosis issues you may have. So sleep is a big, big important part of our lives, but you've got to make sure you try different techniques so you can get that restful sleep, yeah? Pillow under the legs, between the knees. If you want more information on that sleep positions, go check out the blog article and also my sleep article in the YouTube video as well, okay? All right, guys, once again, the top 5 tips we talked about. So, avoiding flexion before noon, first 4 hours of the day, very, very important, yeah? Number 2, walking. If you're not walking, get walking now, right? 3, when you do choose to rest, okay, try to get on the floor and elevate the legs with something, all right? Number 4, decompression stretches. You can do them every day, as many times a day as you want. They're going to help that pain in your lower back, herniated disc, bulging disc, yeah? Number 5, one of the most important points, when it comes time to sleep, want to get yourself into a position using pillows, maybe rolled up towels, that's going to relieve that stress and give you that restful night's sleep. Okay, guys, listen, I hope those 5 tips are going to be useful for you. If you find this video helpful, please like it, please share it to those that may also be suffering in that position, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great day.